Do you think with a lot of coaches that are building their business and stuff like that, is that one of the big struggles that you see with people at the beginning? Is kind of just that, like, what is the main like struggles when people come to you and you're helping them with their business and kind of get their following and be their authentic self? What are the main struggles that you're seeing from people that come to you?
I think people have so little practice at being authentic that, and they confuse authenticity with sharing their stories and their feelings.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, this was hard today. I'm being authentic. I'm letting people
It
know that
is,
it was a
yeah.
hard day, right? I was like, yeah, whatever.
It's like the term vulnerable, like you think it needs to be
R-
tears, right?
Right, right, right. Or that vulnerability equals authenticity. If I'm vulnerable, then I'm being authentic. I'm like, that's not that. Sometimes when you're being authentic, you're vulnerable. But when I think about authenticity, and that's an ever evolving conversation for me, is like, what does it mean to be authentic?
Yeah.
And is I'm reading a book right now, and it's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. It's fantastic. And there's a line in that book that says, "I will accent my differences and hide my similarities." And one of the things that, and I'll do the same thing for the goods I sell,
Hmm.
right? And so in America, I mean, I think in most of the world, as individualistic as America is compared to the rest of the world, everybody is still wants to fit in, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you go to school, you want to fit in. Like, you can look at your entire life and just you're gonna find 99% fit in and less than 1% stand out, right?
Right.
And so the people who are the best marketers, the people that get the best clients, the people who are able to attract those things are they stand out, legitimately stand out and are different. And so when coaches come into the space, I think that they're very focused on, I need to quit my day job, so I need to make enough money to do
Hmm.
that. They have all these fears about making ends meet, that they spend too much time looking what other people are doing and trying to emulate. And there's even a lot of people that tell you to copy what other people are doing until you figure it out for yourself. And you'll get mediocre results that way. I've been in business long enough where people are like, I built this sales funnel and it worked really well for me. I'll basically copy and paste it over for you. Well, it doesn't work the same for me. Like, it may be good, but it's not going to be as good as it is for you because that worked for you. The I think most coaches fall into a trap of copying what other people are doing unconsciously and not displaying what makes them unique. And so I remember maybe about 3 years ago, it became all of a sudden, I had a company called the Strong Coach, and we're teaching health and fitness coaches how to grow their businesses.
Hmm.
And there were all of a sudden there was all these coaches coaching dads who needed to lose weight. It's like the dad coaching market just fucking exploded.
Yep.
And it was probably because one or two guys figured out that niche. They were highly qualified for it. It was something they were incredibly passionate about, and they just threw themselves into it. And then someone else knows, like, you know what? I'm a dad, and I'm passionate about helping
Right.
dads too. And the next thing you know, you've got 1,000, you know, dad
Yeah.
weight loss coaching programs that are also kind of like a men's group, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that trend started, and now when I see someone go into, like, and 2 years into that, I see someone going into dad coaching, I'm going, you're gonna have to be more unique than that now.
Right.
So because of we have a global reach. That means everyone else has a global reach, which
Right.
means that back in the day, your niche was your geography.
Right.
And then that expanded, and now your niche is your language, and then expands again. It's like, well, now your niche has to be the best niche you could ever have is showing up as authentically as you are. And
Yeah.
and knowing who you're helping, it's good. Like, my niche that I'm focused on right now is military veterans.
Hmm.
And so, but inside of the world of military veterans, I'm going to have to become even more niche.
Right.
So there's 19 million US based veterans. There's 250,000 new veterans every year.
Mhm.
and they are all very different from each other in a lot of ways. And so what I need a niche product, niche service,
Yeah. Mhm.
niche messaging, and to do all those things, I've got to really show up authentically. And
Right.
so that is highlight my differences and hide my similarities.